For the first question, we have a pattern, and it says that for the final line, it is parallel to the y-axis. So means the final line is a vertical line. Alright, and then it passes through x equals to minus 10, so means the line would be somewhere here lah. Okay, the left side of the x-axis. So now we need to find the sum of the overall pattern here. Right, so to determine the pattern, let's look at the length of the lines first. Okay, so for the first one, it's from 0 until 1.5, so the length is 1.5 lah. Then for the second length, it starts from 1, then it ends at -1, so the length is 2. The third length is starting from -1 until 1.5, so it's 2.5. So you can see that from one number to the next, we add 0.5. So the fourth line would be 3, because 2.5 plus 0.5 is 3. Alright, so you can see that for one number to the next, we are adding a value. Right, so now let's go to the 3 questions framework to figure out which formula should we use for this question. Alright, so this is our 3 question framework. So our first question is, if I want to find the next number, does it involve multiplying or dividing? So the answer is no, because we are adding 0.5 to get the next number. So here we should use AP. Then the second question is, does it involve sum? Yes, because we are finding the sum of all the length of the lines. So the answer is yes, and we need to use the SN formula from AP. Alright, so in AP, we have 2 types of SN formulas, but here I will reject the second one because of the L here. So L is the last term, and we don't know which line is the last line. So here we will use the first formula. But here the first question is, how do we find the value of n? Or meaning, how many lines should we sum up? Or meaning, we need to find which line is the last line that we should sum up. So for the last line, it says that it is vertical and then it passes through the left side of the x-axis. Right? So to find out that line, let's observe the patterns of the lines which passes through on the left side. Okay, which is this line and this line. So if we count right, so let's say this is the first line, second line, third line. So this one would be the fourth line. Then if we go forward, the second line is the 8th line. And then we go again, the third line is the 12th line. So you can see that there is a pattern between this value and this value. See, -1, 4, -2, 8, -3, 12. So each of the numbers actually we need to multiply -4, then we get the number above. So if it's -10, this means that -10 I multiply -4, then the last line would be the 40th line. So for the SN, you need to calculate S40, right? So here the value of n would be 40, and then here the value of A, which is the first term, is 1.5, the first value of the pattern. Then for the n would be 40, and then for the D, it would be 2 minus 1.5, so it's 0.5. So make sure if you choose this value, make sure you minus with the previous value, okay, not the next one. So by calculating this, you will get 450 units.